From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the L.A. Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Across from him, Charger head coach Jim Harbaugh. His guys also coming off the bye, so both teams should be well-rested and ready to go. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Check.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Second and 6. Looking to throw. Porter. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready? Drop them quick. Drop them.
Walker. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Run. Set. Run. Go.
Now it's Herbert. Complete to Johnston here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Chargers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready. Run. Set. Black 80. Black. Ready.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Ready. Run.
Again, it's Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A in Hampton. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Dances by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready, let go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Kappa.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 380. Set.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Set. 380.
from the 50. Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gravity line. Let go.
These two teams all tied after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Porter. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. The Charger drive about to get going. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Set. 380. Set.
On 1st down, hits Hampton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. first catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Camper. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! From 3 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. Maybe they can get this game tied up.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On the gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Off play action. Porter. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Get him, get him.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
180. Hey, talk to me. What you got? Set.
On the give, this is Hampton. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. 2nd down and 3.
Set. 180. Set.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Go.
Here's Herbert. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Tennessee Titans. And this is Cam Ward. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Titans wind up taking this one by a touchdown. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the first-round draft pick, J.J. McCarthy. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Vikings took care of business. They win it by 5. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is the running back. He's going to take this one in 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Bills get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
380. Good hunt. 380. Good hunt. Good hunt.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
380. Good hunt. 380. Good hunt. Hey, we got to switch it up. We got to switch it up. We got to switch it up.
Herbert now. To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
380. Good hunt. Set. 380. Good hunt. Set.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Go.
A run once more with Hampton. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set. 380. Good hunt. 380. Good hunt. Ready.
Give here to Hampton. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set. 380. Good hunt. Good hunt.
Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Set.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Set. Delta, hot. What is it?
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
380. Run.
At the 9-yard line.
Set. Lion. Please. Set.
Here's Herbert. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Porter. Throw out wide to Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Porter. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Porter. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey.
Off the bootleg. Porter. Walker with a grab, left side. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Over the middle, complete. That's Stewart. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready, go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little get too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Open man, that's Noel. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Porter. Caught here right side, Noel. 7 yards there and a first down. Throw left side complete. That's Martinez. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Operating from the gun. Porter. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here we go, Jack.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
At the 41-yard line.
380. 380.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have?
Oh, no, he lost the football. Touchdown, LA. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Set. Don't stop. Motion, motion. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
5-9. Ready.
They'll run here with Hampton. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Black 80, black. Motion. Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Porter. He completes this to Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So now it's left in the hands of their defense to come up with an immediate stop.
And this is where you count on your stars on defense. Can they come up with a game-altering play here? Can they knife through into the backfield and pop the ball free? Can they make that type of a play that gives them another opportunity? And what do we say? One timeout,
Yep.
But you get a second
2-minute warning,
with
too.
a 2-minute warning, so they've got to use those well.
Now it's Hampton. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Now a single and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Set.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Set. Cap it, cap it, cap it.
Here's Hampton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
380. Ready.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Black 80, black. Go.
They will run for it with Hampton. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down, Seahawks.
And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. Another try from the 19. 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Los Angeles, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.